Hey everybody, Rich here again with an operating system that you might not have heard of yet, Peppermint. So let's log in. It is a Linux. Now Peppermint is a lightweight distribution which is around, I'd say, Ubuntu sized, meaning it's not full distro sized like Ubuntu. It's not BizCard sized like Puppy OS. It's in the middle there, where it's considered to be, and not a netbook remix either, it's considered to be a lightweight distro, which is what I classify as Ubuntu sized. Now I have run the updater already, so this little shield down here says my system is completely up to date. Just to show you. I did have to run it twice, and that's okay. So it's doing its thing, it's doing its thing, it's doing its thing. It is the Mint updater, and so there's nothing here. So, and if I do a refresh, it'll do the same thing because I've already updated all my stuff. So we're all good in the update manager here. So when I did my update, I'll just run you through some of the basic things here. And, oh yeah, I did update my Firefox to 401, latest and up-to-datest version, but before I get into that, let's get into the menu here. Actually, before I even get into the menu, this is the default desktop. The task panel, whatever area, is on the bottom. The desktops are after the internet icon for Firefox and the file manager. The folders are by default red, which I'm not totally in agreement with. I'm going to say up front, I'm not too hot on the theme that this OS uses by default. I understand it is Peppermint, so you have the red and the white, and you'll see that throughout. Even in Firefox, the little house here has a red roof on it. You'll just see a lot of reds and whites here. Not too hot on that, but of course you can change that if you want to. So anyway, left to right, you've got your menu, which is reminiscent of Windows XP-ish looking. You've got your little task area for Windows and such. You've got your volume control. If I right-click this, you can add and remove things. You've got your network stuff. You've got your update manager, which I showed a second ago. Your clock, which if you hover over it shows the date. And you can get in here and you can add in more things if you want to. Make it bold, make it not bold, do whatever you want. And a little redundancy on the right here. You can go to menu, log out, and get this screen, or you can do the same thing from this power icon. It's the exact same thing. Not sure if this should be here, but I mean, it is redundant, but I guess some people would find that useful. The next thing you're going to notice about Peppermint is that it has a lot of cloud applications installed. Not necessarily under accessories, but when you get down to internet, you'll see it comes with Dropbox. Facebook, it launches a little miniature browser for that. So there's your Facebook right there. There's Firefox, which you saw a moment ago. The Firefox it comes bundled with is 4.0 Beta 8. After you run the updates, you can get up to 401. The Peppermint Forum, Prism, Seismic Web, Transmission, which is a BitTorrent client, XChat, which anyone that's ever used a Linux GUI is probably familiar with, and the eBuddy IM client, which to the best of my knowledge, I think this is the first Linux I have ever seen that has any sort of eBuddy link in it. Again, that's a cloud thing. Under Office, the cloud stuff continues. You've got Google Calendar, Docs, Mail, and Reader. ePDF Viewer is actually an app, sort of kind of like Sumatra PDF for Windows, a very lightweight PDF viewer. And under Other, you've got the bug tracking. Sound and Video, you've got Cheese, which is, I believe, for webcam stuff. And Exhale, which I think you pronounce that Exhale. Maybe not, I'm not sure. I don't even know if it's pronounced Exile. Maybe I got that completely wrong, I don't know. If you want to correct me on that, be my guest. I don't know how to pronounce it right. That's for managing audio collections and stuff. Media Player with GNOME M Player It does have Hulu. That's another cloud embed. Last.fm, another cloud thing. Pandora, another cloud thing. You've got the Alsa Sound Mixer and Cloud Player and YouTube. So if you actually launch the YouTube one, it looks quite similar to the Facebook one, where it just launches it in a miniature browser there. And then the other system tools, you've got your Task Manager and your Preferences. And if you've seen other Linuxes before with Lightweight, it more or less looks the same. I do believe this is a Debian operating system. I'm not sure. So before you all feed me to the wolves here, I'm not sure if this is Debian based or not. I think it is. Now the website for Peppermint OS is peppermintos.com. It says, built for speed. Peppermint OS was designed to be easy on your processor and system resources, so you can get going and get things done. Lightweight, under 512 megs. Installs fast, loads and shuts down in seconds, user-friendly, and it talks about all the stuff that's built in. Now notice here, one of them is Flash. This is true. Out of the box, when you install this, if you go to sites like YouTube, the Flash player does work right out of the box, and that's great. So, and this is even before the updates. So I was able to view Flash video even before I ran the first update on this operating system, so I was very happy about that. So kudos to the Peppermint people for putting that in by baking that in by default. That was pretty cool. And then when you go to the news section here, you can see it's this entry is posted April 21, and today is May 3rd. So this was not posted all that long ago. This is actively updated. This is certainly not anywhere near being abandoned or anything, not even close, because they're actively updating this, and they have a currently Peppermint wallpaper challenge, the prize $200, and so if you like getting into development with Linux distributions, Peppermint's a good one to jump into if you're into that sort of thing. I can't really say much else about this other than if you like distributions like Xubuntu, as in the lightweight style, where it's not full distro like Ubuntu, and you want something a little more than a BizCard release, you might want to give Peppermint a shot. Peppermint's really cool in that respect. Now the system requirements for this, it says you need an i386 or derivative. It will also run on 64-bit and AMD 64s. It only requires 192 megs of RAM. That's it. So that's like next to nothing. 4 gigs of space, hard drive, and yeah, that's all it requires for the system recs. I am running this currently in a VMware session, and one thing I immediately liked about Peppermint is that when I installed VMware Tools, no problems at all. VMware Tools went into this, no issues, and I was able to run this. This is how I was able to get the 1280 by 720 for this HD video on YouTube. It was simple, it was easy, and I like the fact that every single thing in Peppermint out of the box works. There's nothing in this that did not work. Everything out of the box works. So Peppermint's good for, I'd say, like netbooks. It's good for older computers, or if you just want a wickedly fast Linux that's not Xubuntu, but has a Xubuntu-like sort of kind of feel to it. Try Peppermint out. And again, that's peppermintos.com, and the current download for it, where is the download? Oh, right here, Get Peppermint. Top right. They have 4 servers where you can get it from. I was able to download it pretty speedily. It wasn't the fastest download in the world, but I was able to get it, obviously, since I have it installed here. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I had to say about this. Well, not really, because there's not really much in here that I wouldn't be able to show and say, like, I know I keep mentioning a Xubuntu, but it's that's the closest equivalent. But this has got a little more flair, a little more style to it. It also has a little more things baked in as far as cloud and internet stuff is concerned. And, you know, that's important because we use this stuff. So give it a shot. Obviously, it is free, so go grab it. peppermintos.com.